इतलोच आसा की सोशल मिडिया माध्यमांतल्यान आमच्या नजरेक आयले की काही लोक जी नक्षा सर्वे जी चालू आहा गोंयांत त्या सर्वे बद्दल एक लोकां मदीं भिरांत तशेंच डावट तयार करूंक लागले. ते डावट क्लियर जावचे तुमच्या माध्यमांतल्यान म्हणजे हो स्पेशलायज प्रेस ब्रिफींग तुमच्या समोर दवरलेलो आसा. सरान सांगले त्या प्रमाणे नक्षा प्रोजेक्ट जो आसा पळय डिजिटल इंडिया लँड रिकॉर्ड्स मॉडर्नायझेशन प्रोग्रामा माध्यमांतल्यान घेतलेलो तर हो सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटाचो प्रोजेक्ट. आता नक्षा प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे बेसिकली कितें इट इज अ डिजिटायज लँड सर्वे प्रोसेस. जे नवे डिजिटायज टूल्स जे आहा ते इक्विपमेंट्स घेवन ही सर्वे केल्ली वतली. आता सर्वे करपाचो कारण सरान ब्रिफली म्हटलेलेंच आमचे लँड रिकॉर्ड जे आहा ते बरोबर ना, आउटडेटेड जाल्या, अपडेशन जावंक ना. गोंयची हिस्ट्री पळयत जाल्यार 70 सर्वे जाली, ऑलमोस्ट 50 वर्सां जायत जाली. लँड रिकॉर्ड्स हे अपडेट जावंक ना. ह्या सर्वे माध्यमांतल्यान आख्ख्या इंडिये भागांनी गोंया पुरते न्ही आख्ख्या इंडिये भागांत 152 सध्या तेंच्यांनी पायलट प्रोजेक्टाचे ULPs घेतलेले आसा. आनी गोंयच्या बाबतींत पळयत जाल्यार आमचे 3 म्युनिसिपालिटी तातूंत एक पणजीचें कॉर्पोरेशन आसा, मारगांव म्युनिसिपालिटी आसा आनी कुंकळ्ळी म्युनिसिपालिटी. ह्यो 3 ULPs घेतलेले. सायड बाय सायड तांचे बरोबर ज्यो पणजी भागांत जे नेबरींग आमचे एरियाज आहा लायक तालिगांव आसा, रेनोवाडी, दुर्गावाडी, मोडा, बांबोलीम, कालापूर, उजिरा, मोरंबी ओ पिकिनो ह्यो 9 भाग घेतलेले आसा. वीच आर पेरी अर्बन एरिया. तशेंच साऊथ गोवा मारगांव म्युनिसिपल कावन्सिलाच्यो ज्यो नेबरींग एरिया ज्यो आहा नुवे, रायाल, सेरावलीम, नावेलीम, दवर्ली आनी आकेम ह्यो 6 भाग घेतलेले आसा. आनी कुंकळ्ळेच्या हितून 3 भाग आसा. आंबावली एक विलेज आसा, रेवोडा आनी कारवाड. लोकांचे मदीं एक समज घातलेले आहा की ज्यो रुरल एरिया ज्यो घेतलेल्यो आसा आमी ज्यो नक्षा प्रोजेक्ट सर्वे त्यो रुरल एरिया मागीर अर्बन कन्वर्ट जातल्यो. त्या लोकांक एक मेसेज घातली की ही सर्वे जावपाक दिवची न्ही, सर्वे तुमी खंय तरी ऑब्जेक्ट करचे म्हणून. तशेंच लोकां मदीं एक समज घातलो जे NRI जे आसा, जे लोक आमचे भायर आसा, इंडियेच्या भायर जे लोक आसा तांच्यो प्रॉपर्टी हिसकावन घेतल्यो वतल्यो, तांच्यो प्रॉपर्टीचो रायट जो आसा तो प्रोटेक्ट केल्लो वतलो. ही एक रॉंग मेसेज लोकां मदीं गेल्या. ताचेर एक क्लॅरिफिकेशन एक स्पश्टीकरण येवचें म्हणून ही आयज आमी प्रेस ब्रीफ दवरलेले. सांगचें म्हटल्यार ज्यो एरियाज रुरल एरिया ज्यो एड गेल्ल्यो आसा ह्या सर्वेक त्यो कित्याक केल्ल्यो गेल्यो की सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंटाची क्रायटेरिया आसल्यो की एक पॉप्युलेशन क्रायटेरिया दवरली आनी एरिया क्रायटेरिया दवरली. आनी ह्या एरिया आनी पॉप्युलेशन क्रायटेरियान जर बसता जाल्यार त्यो ULPs कन्सिडर करच्यो म्हणून. गोंयच्या बाबतींत पळयत जाल्यार आमी दोनी हातून क्वॉलिफाय जायना जाले म्हणून त्यो आमकां पेरी अर्बन ज्यो एरिया त्यो पॉप्युलेशन क्रायटेरिया आनी एरिया कवर करपाक आमकां एड करच्यो पडले. हातून ह्यो एरिया अर्बन हितून सर्वे घालून खंयच हेतू असो ना की त्यो अर्बन हितून कन्वर्ट करपाच्यो. तशीच ही सर्वेची चलतली. ती सर्वे करून जे लोक आमच्या हांगा ह्या भागांत ना तांची जागा आमी घेतली वतली व तांच्यो जागा एनक्रोच केल्ल्यो वतल्यो, ग्रॅब केल्ल्यो वतल्यो. तसो कांय मुद्दो ना, हेतूय बी ना. आतां ही नक्षा सर्वे जी आसा पळय ती रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट जे आसा आमचे तेज्या माध्यमांतल्यान डायरेक्टर ऑफ सेटलमेंट लँड रिकॉर्ड्स हेज्या थ्रू हें इम्प्लिमेंट केल्ली वतली. आतां सर्वेचो ऑब्जेक्ट जो सरान सांगलेत आहा एक मेन हेतू जो आहा ते लँड रिकॉर्ड जो आसा आमचो तातूंत एक ट्रान्सफर हाडची आनी लँड डिस्प्यूट जे आहा ते जाता तितले रिड्यूस करचे. हें करपाक ही सर्वे आमकां मदत करतलो हो हेतू आहा. आतां बेनिफीट तर पळयत जाल्यार सर्वेचे ही सर्वे तर जाली बरें, सगळ्यांनी कॉपरेट करून सहकार्यान तर एक सर्वे तर जाली जाल्यार ही सर्वेक आमकां बेटर अर्बन प्लॅनिंग करपाक एक मदत करतलो हो जो डेटा जो आहा तो. तसोच डिजास्टरा बाबतींत एफिशियंट मॅनेजमेंट करपाकूय आमकां मदत करतले. इम्प्रूव्ड म्युनिसिपल सर्वीस ज्यो म्युनिसिपालिटी दितात थंय खंय तरी आमकां एक बरो इम्प्रुवमेंट हाडपाक ही सर्वे मदत करतली. फुडलो पळयत जाल्यार पब्लीक ज्यो प्रॉपर्टी आहा जाता गव्हर्नमेंट प्रॉपर्टी म्हणून कमुनात सेमी गव्हर्नमेंट ऑटोनॉमस बॉडीच्यो प्रॉपर्टी ज्यो आसा कमुनाच्यो प्रॉपर्टी आहा त्यो प्रोटेक्ट करपाकूय मदत करतली. एनक्रोचमेंट ज्यो जाता ज्यो बेवारशी कोणी प्रॉपर्टी पळयता आनी ताचेर ताबो करपाक करता ताचेर एक कंट्रोल येतलो. मागीर म्युनिसिपालिटीच्या भागांत जर पळय हांव CO म्हणून काम करता म्हापसा थंय पळयत जाल्यार खुबश्यो अश्यो हावस प्रॉपर्टी ज्यो आहा त्यो टॅक्साक लागले गेले जाता आनी ताचो रिकॉर्डूच जायना आमकां. ह्या सर्वेच्या माध्यमांतल्यान जो रिकॉर्ड येतलो हावस टॅक्साचो तो एक म्युनिसिपालिटीक बेनिफीट जातलो. जेणे करून जो प्रॉपर्टीज टॅक्सा भायर उडयल्या तो टॅक्साक लाग मेळटा आनी रेव्हेन्यू एक तांचो इन्क्रीज जाता आनी बिजनस एव्हेन्यूज जे आहा बरे तर प्रॉपर्टीचे रिकॉर्ड्स उरात जाल्यार खंयच्या बँकान गेलो आनी तुका लोन मेळटा मॉर्गेज करपाक मेळटा आनी हितून लँडाच्या बाबतींत जे कितें डिस्प्यूट जे आसा तितून एक सुदारणा जातली ह्या सर्वे माध्यमांतल्यान. आतां ही प्रोग्राम जो आसलो तो सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटान 18 फेब्रुवारी 2024 लॉन्च केलो. सायमल्टनी गोंयानू आमी हो प्रोग्राम लॉन्च केलो आनी आमचे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंत हाज्या हस्ते हो प्रोग्राम आमी विवेंता हॉटेलान केलो. आतां ही सर्वे जी आहा ती सर्वे बेश्टी अशी वाऱ्यार जावची ना. ती सर्वे करपाक एक कायदो तयार केलो, एक प्रोसिजर तयार केली, आमी रुल्स फ्रेम केल्या आनी त्या रुल्साच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ही सर्वे वतली. आनी जो सर्वे करून डेटा जो आमी कवर करतले, जो डेटा आमी कलेक्ट करतलो, हो डेटा एक रॉ डेटा असो उरतलो, ड्राफ्टचो डेटा उरतलो आनी ज्या लोकांक हो डेटा बाधीक जातलो, कोणाक इंट्रस्ट आहा त्या लोकांक गृहीत धरून लोकांची सहमती घेवन हो डेटा फायनल केल्लो वतलो. आनी हो डेटा फायनल कसो करतलो, एक अर्बन प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड जशे 114 फॉर्म जशे आसा तशे अर्बन प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड एक दवरलेले आसा. त्या प्रॉपर्टी कार्डान वेरियस फॅक्टर्स दवरलेले आनी तो डेटा कलेक्ट करून क्लेम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्शन जेन्ना डेटा कलेक्ट जातलो एक म्हयनोभर हो डेटा कलेक्ट जालो पब्लीक डोमेनान उरतलो, लोकांक ऑब्जेक्शन क्लेम्स घेवपाक दितले आनी ताजेर हियरींग जावन लोकांक कॉन्फिडन्सान घेवन लोकांची मान्यता कन्सेंट घेवन हो डेटा फायनल जातलो. आतां हो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट आसा. तो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट आसल्या कारणान जो डेटा कलेक्ट जातलो तो एक आयसोलेशनानूच उरतलो. ओरिजिनल जे डेटा जो आमचे कडेन आसा जे सर्वे रिकॉर्ड सर्वे प्लॅन तातूंत चेंजीस जावचे ना. आनी ह्या सर्वेची पद्दत पळोवन हेजो बेनिफीट पळोवन सरकाराचे म्हणजे गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ इंडियाचें एक हें आसा की इंटेन्शन की सर्वे आख्या इंडियेक भागाक लावपाची करपाची आसा. तूं ह्या प्रेस माध्यमांतल्यान म्हजें रिक्वेस्ट आसा गोंयकारांक, स्पेशली आमचे सिटी कॉर्पोरेशन मार्गांव म्युनिसिपालिटीचे आनी कोंकणी भागांत जे लोक रावतात तेंच्यांनी ह्या सर्वेक कॉपरेट करचें. कोणाचें कसल्याच हेका बळी पडचें न्ही. कोणी कितें वायट कितें घालता, विचार घालता, आपले विचार मांडटा ह्या सर्वे बाबतींत जाल्यार त्या विचाराक ते बळी पडचे न्ही आनी ह्या सर्वेक कॉपरेट करचे. कसलीच तांकां एक हानी जावपाची ना. ही सर्वे जी आहा ती पब्लीक इंट्रस्टान केल्ली आहा आनी हेजो बेनिफीट जो आसा तो फुडें तांकां दिसतलो. पूण हांव विनंती करता ह्या प्रेस माध्यमांतल्यान की लोकांनी ह्या सर्वेक सहकार्य करचें, ऑब्जेक्ट करचें न्ही म्हणून. हो प्रोग्राम जो नक्षा प्रोजेक्ट हाजे बद्दल एक आमी बारीकशी PPT तयार केल्ली आहा जेचे करून तुमकां म्हायती मेळची आनी तुमच्या मनान कितें जर विचार आसा, क्वेश्चन आसा जाल्यार तुमी आमकां क्वेश्चन करचे. म्हजो ऑफिसर जो आहा SLR पॅट्रिक गोन्साल्वीस तो प्रेजेंट करतलो हाजेर. मागीर तुमकां कितें एक तुमच्या मनान डावट आहा, क्वेश्चन आहा जाल्यार मागीर तुमी रेज करा.
थँक्यू सर. वेल, म्हजें नांव पॅट्रिक गोन्साल्वीस आनी हांव इन्स्पेक्टर ऑफ सर्वे अँड लँड रेकॉर्ड सिटी सर्वे पणजीम. सो पणजीमची ULB आसा ती हांव हँडल करतलो आनी म्हजे अंडर आमी ती सक्सेसफुली फुडें व्हरतले. तर एक बारीकसो एक आमी PPT केला तातूंत तुमकां समजपाक की हो प्रोग्राम कसो आमकां म्हणजे कसो आमकां बेनिफीट जातलो ताचो, जावं ह्या प्रोग्रामान टेक्नीक मेथड्स कसली आसा, वॉट आर द मेथड्स यूज in this survey. We are saying modern survey, but what are the modern survey technologies used by this survey, and what are the benefits also of that, and ultimately what will be the goal of this whole Naksha project. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so Naksha, saran sangla tache, Naksha is a pilot project launched by the Department of Land Resource for creation of land records in urban areas as to ensure the urban land record are accurate and up-to-date, empowering citizens, improving ease of living and enabling better urban planning. सरांनी सांगला. So next slide. Okay. So हातून भितर आता आमकां हे सगळे फीचर्स जे हांवें दाखयल्या तसले फीचर्स, लॉट ऑफ फीचर्स that we'll be collecting also, like transport features to be collected and utility features to be collected. So there are different features, like if you see dividers, roadside walks, bridge, rotary, then traffic islands, others. So there are a lot of different features that are being captured into the thing. Besides land records also, okay? So besides this, these are the other features that are also being captured by the, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so here, brief about the Naksha program. So to ensure, now urban land records are accurate and online and up to date, okay? And empowering urban citizens by transparency and efficiency, improving urban planning, governance and taxation, Survey of India is the technical partner of DOLR for aerial survey of 2D and 3D features extraction. What is this technical partner part? I will explain. Survey of India has been given the role of doing the aerial survey. Now, aerial survey means drone survey or the aerial flying and capturing of the images. That is being done by Survey of India, and they are the pioneers in this. So they will be giving us something known as the 3D image and the 2D image of this particular flown image. Now it's a pilot program that I told you. Now this entirely all over India, we are covering about 4,143 square kilometers across the country. Aerial survey has already been conducted in all these towns, and so duration was 1 year from 24-25, and now it has been extended till March of 26. Financial outlay was 193.813 crores, and implementation was in 152 towns, cities, 141 districts, and 26 states, 3 UTs participating in this. Yes, so 2D, 3D GIS database, okay. So this is all the Survey of India would actually give us something known as all this information that will give us. It will give us a 2D, 3D data set, including property boundaries, marker lines, like compound walls, fence, etc., buildings, public utilities, and other urban features. DTM is nothing but a digital terrain model. DSM, urban planning, governance, and taxation, it will help that. DEM is a digital elevation model, and ORI is a 5 centimeter GST. Now, what is this 5 centimeter? Is like when on that image. Now, when it comes to us, it is a georeference image, and on our tab, when it's given to us, we can actually zoom into and we can actually measure a 5 centimeter. That means I can see a stone. A stone size is something about 25 centimeter stone is there. Actually, I can zoom and I can see a stone. That is the accuracy of this image that is come to us, which is first time in the history that this kind of an accurate image is coming to this for this kind of a project. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the technology one. Now this project is given to us in 3 technologies. One is technology 1, that is using a nadir camera, and under which so nadir camera is given to us, and we are going to use nadir camera in Panjim city, and by using a nadir camera in Panjim city, they have actually captured the images of the Panjim ULB along with the periphery areas. Okay, let's go to the second one. So here we have the second technology, which is the oblique camera with lidar sensor. Now oblique camera with lidar sensor has got a nadir camera fit into it, and also it has got an oblique camera. So this helps you to also see a little bit of an angle into the area that it is capturing. So this helps you create a 3D image. Okay, so this technology is used in Margao. And the third technology, that is, now we'll go to the next one. And the third technology is using the oblique camera as well as the lidar sensor. Now this technology is a very accurate technology, and this is taken specifically for Kumkulim area, because there we have a terrain. You see that Kumkulim area is more undulated. So, and it's more difficult with a lot of canopies, there, a lot of tree coverage is there. So their lidar sensor would work better. So it was a thought that let us try this area for Kumkulim. And this lidar technology is being used in Goemkarponn. So they will be able to create a better database using this lidar camera. And wherein actually when you see a 2D camera, 2D means when you fly over this thing, you just click from top. What you see is only the top part of it. But in the lidar, you'll be able to see even below that. The lidar will fly in between the roads, and it will capture everything around it. It's actually a laser technology. And it will also give an accurate measurement of every corner, and you can actually then pinpoint to what you want and then create a parcel of land using that. So that is about lidar technology. Okay. So these are the 3 features given to us, the 3 technologies. So under technology 1, as I told you, Panjim city for the North Goa. Technology 2, Margao. And technology 3 is used for Goemkarponn. Okay. So this you should know that these are the technologies that will be used. Okay. So we'll be able to draw. See, when we said Goemkarponn, I said ORI, DM, and 3D reality model will be created. Okay. So let's go further. Okay, so it is notable that wherever the total area of the state of Goa is actually 0.1% of the total area of our country, the area selected for Naksha project is approximately 3% of the total area selected. Okay, so what we have taken for Naksha project is only 3%. So as sir was telling you just now that we will be extending it further. So imagine we have just touched only 3% today. After doing even 152, you always get all the way to 152. That makes only 3% of the total area of India. Okay, so we are still way ahead of something. We are still on a pilot. That's what we are trying to say. Yeah. So benefits of this project. Okay. For the government, what is the benefit for the government? So better urban planning and fast decision making for any project. Highly accurate, updated and modernized land record. It will increase trustworthiness of people towards the system. It will help calculate correct property taxes to increase government revenue, to fastly identify encroachments, traffic congestions, to design roads, networks, drainage works, etc. in a better manner. It will reduce any disputes and it will help to take better legal decisions. Time-bound, real-time solutions for land survey works. It will drastically reduce repetitive field survey works. Now, what is this very important? Drastically reduce repetitive survey works. Once this coordinate is given, this is a global coordinate, so it is connected by satellite. Once taken, the coordinate is fixed. You can come back after 10 years, come back after 20 years, the coordinate will remain the same. You can come back and mark it even anytime you want. That is about the repetitive work is not required to be done. Let's move to what is the benefits of. Okay, another benefit of government. The GIS-based solutions in this have all important details of such properties like ownership, type, number of floors, area of each floors, and flats, etc. It will help to achieve goals of ease of governance. It will help achieve one nation, one technology goal under DLRMP. It will be a landmark for National Geospatial Mission to revolutionize the records proposed in budget 2025-26. It will facilitate modernization of land records, urban planning and design infrastructure development. It will make possible to accurately survey of inaccessible or disputed sites. It will make possible to integrate existing property records with accuracy. Okay. And now the benefits for the citizen. The project empowers citizens to making them more informative. That this is very important, making them more informative. You see the UR Pro card, that is the ultimate goal of Naksha. You will find the information that is given is not available in today's record. We will get it in that record. That will be an ultimate goal that we are going to achieve. Modern, updated property records help citizens in interpreting their ownership. It will reduce fraudulent activities and save money. Better transparency, improve ease of living of citizens. Auto calculation of property tax, minimum interface with officials. It will reduce land disputes. It will increase inconvenience, trustworthiness towards system. The high resolution imagery based map, visual picture of city in a whole helps people in many ways, like selection of best property, location for purchase, transportation, get authorized information about ownership, etc. So this is also very important. The high resolution imagery is this image that I'm talking about, which we can actually measure up to 5 centimeters. And this image is also going to be part of the UR Pro card. So in the UR Pro card, you will see that you will get one property dimension of you get a normal plan that will come. The second one will be a plan overlaid over the image. So seeing is believing is something that we say. So seeing is believing is just because we'll have a very high resolution image-based map that will also be part of the UR Pro card. Yes. So this program is designed into stages. Now stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So stage 1 is the whole exercise is to be done by the Survey of India. Survey of India, SOI that we call it. So they will do the aerial survey and the feature extraction and generation of the ORI 3D model and share it with the states and UTs. Once this part is done, what is the role of the department or the survey department is to check this particular image whether it is come accurately. Now how do we check it? We check it using something known as rovers. Rovers and the base station today is called as the core station. Now what is the core station? Is nothing but a continuously operating reference station which are also set up by Survey of India. If you know about technology, then technology is all about rover and base. Now what is a base station is normally when we used to use the DGPS, we used to have a base, keep it for about 72 hours and then only the base would actually get settled and come into a position that you will be able to get accurate readings. Today with this continuously operating reference stations that are set up in Goa, I mean if you all know or if you don't know, I'll just explain. It is set up, one is in Kankona, one is in Thilin and one is in Dharbandara. By doing this, each core station has a range of 50 kilometers. So whenever we go with the rover, today we connect to the core station. So since the core station is already set, it's a base. So it's already set, it sends its corrections to the rover and the rover gets into position to take accurate readings today using the core station. So there's no deviation at any point of time just because we are connected to the core station. So stage 1 is all dependent on the coast stations and the Survey of India is giving us the image, and we only have to do a verification. So we did this verification using our coast and the base station, and using that we checked this image and we found it's very accurate. It's accurate up to 3 centimeters. Okay, and then we went to stage 2. Stage 2 is a very important part, and today actually we are on stage 2 after this notification that has come on 1st of January. So after the notification is out, we are now doing this part. That's very important. That is field survey with ORI. Okay, and stage 1. So now what is this? The survey equipment used is a GNSS, rover, DGPS core network. Okay, ETS, laser range finders. So in fact today we are carrying one machine to show you all data. We'll show you all what is this rover. We are carrying, our staff is here. We'll show you all how that equipment looks like. And then we will go in this part. Then we have the integration of the RORs with property taxes and other records. So now what we have with us already will also be integrated with this Naksha program. So what we have, like the D forms, we have information of 114 forms. We'll try to put it back into the system, and the system will automatically put it back into the UR Pro card. So then we'll publish this land for mutation details as a stage. So that is the part of stage 2 until we reach the publication. Okay, and then stage 3. Now stage 3 is what? Once we create the draft UR Pro card, we will want it that people will come back and see into their properties and then give us, if there's any dispute and grievances, data correction and processing will be again done. We'll again go to the field, correct whatever the claims, whatever made, if there's any dispute in the boundaries, or if there's some correction to be made to the boundaries, in consultation with the owners who come to us. And accordingly, then the claim finalization related to the ownership share and area, etc. And then publication of the final land property card or the UR Pro card. So this is the stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. So now we are presently on stage 2. And stage 2, we are trying to complete the stage 2 by about end of Feb. We're trying to complete the stage 2. That is where we would request everybody to kindly help us out, that we should be able to achieve the accurate mapping of your properties. Okay? Yes. Support required from ULB officials. Now this is from the ULB side. So state UTs shall interact with the concerned ULBs. ULBs mean urban local bodies. So now the councillors, so we are having a meeting. We have had a meeting with the councillors and all that. We have sensitized them about this program. State UTs shall extend support to Survey of India for smooth API function. We've already done this. We were in touch with Survey of India until we could get the images. ULB officers should understand the program implementation process, their roles and responsibilities. ULB officers should start IEC's activities. So this is one of our IEC activities today. We are trying to explain to people that what is this Naksha program. One of the IECs that we look forward from the media as well, in the area of sensitizing the citizens of the benefits of Naksha program. Provide necessary ground support to SOI vendors during the aerial flying process, which we have already done. From field survey team and provide training. Hire manpower and vehicle. Coordinate with SOI and DSR. So form field survey teams. Now for this forming of field survey teams, what we have done, we have taken contract surveyors with us, and on that we have taken, they are all qualified engineers of the state of Goa, and we have taken them. So we have hired 39 surveyors and 39 MTS staff we have taken, and they will be part of this Naksha team. They will be coming around, so they are actually part of survey department now. So we request people to also, and when they come to you also, you also know that they are part of DSLR today. Okay, and the coordination with the SOI and DOLR, yes, that is important. That we have been doing every week. We have meetings with the SOI and the DOLR. Yes. Okay, support from the district administration. Clearances for drone operations in designated areas, which has been done. Coordination with local law enforcement and authorities. Engagement with local communities for awareness. We'll be going to the panchayats and we'll be taking permissions of, trying to explain them the whole thing. Regulatory approvals, permits. Facilitation of safety protocols. Formal police clearances for drone operations, this has been done. Follow the security issues and ensure safe flights. Okay. This is something technically required for the flying of the drone and all that, which has been done by SOI. Yeah. So this is how a sample 3D vector will look. Once you actually capture the data using this, right? And once it is in a 3D model, this is how the 3D model can be created of a particular ULP. And this is the 3D reality model done by the LIDAR survey. When you do a LIDAR survey, This is how actually you can even see a small brick into this. You can see a brick here, you can zoom it, you can measure the brick size. That is how that LiDAR technology helps. So this is LiDAR technology. It will move into your, then you'll be able to rotate your plan and even then find out what you want and you can create your puzzle of land. Okay. Yes, this is how it moves. This is the LiDAR technology. This is the benefit of the LiDAR technology. Look how it is. Yes. So implementation of this scheme will be a milestone in achieving goals of National Geospatial Mission and set the pace for creating the most modern urban land record system in the country. Okay. Yes, and thank you. So this is all about a small presentation for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The very purpose of this presentation and this press conference is because recently we have seen one video, and on that video some wrong message has been sent across the world, across the globe, and that creates a problem for everybody. Now, and he has that person has mentioned regarding this Goa Escheats Act. It is Goa Escheats Forfeiture and Bona Vacantia Act 2024, but he mentioned that Escheats Act. Okay, it can be termed as that. But what is the object of this? And ladies and gentlemen, you must be you must have covered lot of reports, information with regard to land scam recently, and you have also covered about land grabber also. The very purpose of this act is to protect the land from the land grabbers. This is the object. I will share this with you all later on. Now, what prompted the government to come up with this land? थोड्यांचे अशें समज आसा की गव्हर्मेंटान केला हो act just to grab the properties, but no, because when there was a land grab all the cases, the government of Goa has constituted a commission under the retired High Court Judge Justice V.K. Jadhav. And Justice V.K. Jadhav had done an entire inquiry, investigation of all the aspects. He has submitted this inquiry commission report, and in the inquiry commission report, one of the recommendation was that the government should come out with an act which can protect the land of the Goans or who are in Goa or otherwise they are abroad, and therefore this enactment has been introduced. This I have already. Next. Just stop there. In nutshell, I will just give a gist of that. The act does not provide an automatic ते व्हिडिओचेर समज तुम्ही पळयलें तो कितें म्हणटालो की आतां कन्फ्युजन कितें जालां काय ना, आनी ती व्हिडिओचेर कन्फ्युजनूय कशें आसा पळय, लोकांचो समज ताणी करून धाडला की गव्हर्मेंट एक वाटेन सर्वे करता आनी सर्वे करतकच दिसता की अमको जागो फ्री आसा, कोणूच ना ताजो लिगल हेड्स कोण ना, आनी इमिजिएटली ह्या एक्टान तो गव्हर्मेंट घेता म्हणून असो ताजो समज ताणें करून घेतला आनी लोकांक तो समज लोकांक स्प्रेड करता, रॉंग मेसेज स्प्रेड करता. पण तशें कांयच न्ही. हो जो एक्ट आसा हो रोबस्ट एक्ट आसा. आतां दिसत पळय कितें, एक्ट डज नॉट प्रोवायड ऑटोमॅटीक ब्लँकेट take over of private properties based on the broad categories projected in the video. Okay. Next, the concept of this act, Escheats Forfeiture and Bona Vacantia, operates only upon satisfaction of strict legal conditions such as intestate death without legal heads or absence of any rightful claimant, or not merely due to pending dispute or procedural formality. हे ताणी कशें इंटरप्रेट केला की सपोजींग कोणी सक्सेशन करूं ना, कोणी इन्व्हेंटरी करूं ना, कोणाचो समज कोण ना, जाल्यार ऑटोमॅटीक गव्हर्मेंट लँड घेतलो. असल्यांतली कांय गजाल न्ही ती. नेक्स्ट. Even in case of abandoned property or unclaimed articles, the act prescribes detailed statutory procedure, including the inquiry, publication notices. हातूंत सुद्दां कोण abandoned property सुद्दां आसत, हाका सुद्दां inquiry आसा. notices the publication आसा official gazetteचेर सुद्दां वता notice. Then next word, the act clearly defines competent authorities. It is not that गेलो आनी तुवें जमीन घेतली. It is not. There are competent authorities, appellate authorities, government and all this. The statutes incorporate multiple safeguards including remedies, appeal provision and defined timeline deadlines which are completely omitted and suppressed in the circulated. आता पण in nutshell I will give the procedure. The procedure कसं आसा? आता समज खंयच्याय एक तलाठी, आता तलाठी is a आमचो collectorate revenue department. If talati receives information from any source that the person in possession of the property has died without heirs, he shall report immediately to मामलेदार. So ताका information मेळ्ळें विलेजीन जाल्यार अशी प्रॉपर्टी आसा ताका लीगल हेड्स कोण ना and immediately मामलेदाराक concerned तालुका मामलेदाराक he has to report to that. Then मामलेदार shall immediately report the facts to the competent authority. मामलेदार ते inquiry करतलो तलाठी कडल्यान आणि हो फॅक्ट सारको आसा काय ना तो मागीर competent authority ठरतलो. आता पळया माय डेप्युटी कलेक्टर हू इज द competent authority. आम competent authority आसा एकच मिनिट. competent authority डेप्युटी कलेक्टर आसा पळय ताका डेप्युटी कलेक्टर रोल कितें तो हांगा आसा पळय. रजिस्टर्ड सच प्रॉपर्टी इन फॉर्म 1. आता प्रॉपर्टी आयली आता तलाटीन प्रॉपर्टी आयडेंटिफाय केली. वन्स इज आयडेंटिफाय द प्रॉपर्टी देन इमिजिएटली ताका हे रजिस्टरान ही रिकॉर्ड करची पडटली. फॉर्म 1 एक रजिस्टर केला आसा. इट इज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड अंडर द ऍक्ट एंड रूल्स. इट इज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड. इट इज नॉट दॅट खंयचो रजिस्टर केलो खंयचे रजिस्टर बरोवपाक मेळचो ना. दिस फॉर्म नंबर 1 रजिस्ट्रिंग फॉर्म 1 इज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड म्हण तसोच उरतलो तो. हाजेर ती प्रॉपर्टी घालतकच मागीर डायरेक्ट मामलाचो कंडक्ट इन्क्वायरी एंड सबमिट रिपोर्ट इन फॉर्म 2. इवन फॉर्म 2 रिपोर्ट कसो आसतलो मामलेदाराचो. डेप्युटी कलेक्टर जेन्ना फॉर्म 1 घालतलो मागीर तो ही विल डायरेक्ट मामलेदार टू कंडक्ट इन्क्वायरी थ्रू हिज तलाटी और हिज सोर्सेस एंड सबमिट द रिपोर्ट इन फॉर्म 2. तो सुद्दां प्रिस्क्राइब केल्लो आसा. तो कसोय दिवपाक मेळचो ना. मागीर the competent authority is required to satisfy himself that deceased person has died without legal heirs. If he has any doubt, very important. आता हांव कितें म्हणटा, the competent authority is required to satisfy that deceased person has died without legal heirs. But ताका doubt आयला आनी कोणें सांगलें जाल्यार आनी कोण तरी ताका legal heir आसा with regard of the existence of legal heir, then he shall ask additional documents for further examination in the matter. Next. Thereafter, the competent authority shall take the possession of the land. Thereafter, the competent authority shall take the possession of the land, provided, very important, provided that no possession shall be taken in case the property is found to be in possession of any person or the person in possession object the same. म्हणजे समज ती प्रॉपर्टी आसा पूण पोजेशनान आसा आणि जर तर ताका सांगता की आपूण आसा त्या पोजेशनान आणि तो ऑब्जेक्ट करता जाल्यार ही प्रॉपर्टी घेवपाक मेळची ना गव्हर्नमेंटाक. नेक्स्ट, लिस्ट ऑफ सच आयडेंटिफाय प्रॉपर्टी शॅल बी शेअर्ड. व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. मातशें वयर कडेन लिस्ट ऑफ सच आयडेंटिफाय प्रॉपर्टी शॅल बी इमिजिएटली फॉरवर्ड टू द कलेक्टर, DSR डायरेक्टर लँड एंड सेटलमेंट रिकॉर्ड, मामलेदार, सब रजिस्टर ऑफिसर्स, local bodies, town and country planning department with a direction that they shall not grant any mutation, permutation जावपाक मेळचें ना, partition जावपाक मेळचें ना, conversion जावपाक मेळचें ना, development permission करपाक मेळचें ना, construction license मेळचें ना without approval of the competent authority. म्हणजे हे हातून कितें जातलें, इवन हातून आमी तशें प्रोविजन आमी डिस्कस करताले, इवन आमी सॉफ्टवेरान तो ब्लॉक करपाक शकता, तो सर्वे नंबर ब्लॉक करपाक शकता, पूण ताजें कांयच जावचें ना. मागीर CLDD जावचें ना, पार्टिशन जावचें ना, कन्वर्जन जावचें, कसलें डेव्हलपमेंट जावचें ना. देन हें जातकीच पब्लीक नोटीस आसा, पब्लिकेशन ऑफ नोटीस. द कॉम्पिटंट ऑथॉरिटी शॅल इश्यू पब्लीक नोटीस फॉर्म 3. हे फॉर्म 3 सुद्दां प्रिस्क्राइब केल्लें आसा. ही नोटीस कशी घालपाक मेळची ना. फॉर्म 3 स्टेटिंग दॅट अ डिसीज्ड पर्सन हॅज डायड इंटरस्टेट विदाउट लीगल हेड्स एंड प्रायमा फेसी इट इज केस ऑफ एस्टेट. सो प्रायमा फेसी आमकां दिसता, इट इज नॉट अ कन्क्लुसिव्ह, इट इज प्रायमा फेसर दिसता म्हणून आमी नोटीस करता. ही नोटीस कित्याक घालता, बिकॉज इट एपियर्स फायनल दिसता की दिस खंयची ती प्रॉपर्टी आसा हातून पडटा, विशींच्यान पडटा. द नोटीस शूड बी पब्लिश इन द ऑफिशियल गॅझेट. ही जी ऑफिशियल गॅझेट आसा पळय ही ऑल ओव्हर वर्ल्ड सुद्दां दिसता हाजेर वेबसायटीचेर. and local 2 local newspaper having wide circulation in the state and also display on the notice board of the concerned village panchayat, municipal council, municipal corporation, within local limits whose jurisdiction of such property is lying, calling upon the person who may have to claim the property in such a deceased person to appear before the and prefer a claim. हाजो मिनिंग कितें जर सपोजींग ताका दिसलें की हो आतां मनीस हांगा ना गोंयान ना गोंयच्या भायर आसा फॉरेनाक आसा तर ताका त्या हाचेर वेबसायटीर दिसलें इंटरनेटार दिसलें की अशें नोटीस आसा तर ही कॅन ऑलवेज क्लेम थ्रू हिम ऑर हिज पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी. इट इज नॉट दॅट ताणें हांगा येवन करपाक जाय, पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी सुद्दां करपाक मेळटा. मागीर पळय इन्क्वायरी जातली. इन्क्वायरी एनी पर्सन डिझायर्स टू कॉन्टेस्ट the notice आम्ही काढिल्ली आसा ती कॉन्टेस्ट करपाक shall immediately file a written statement. Just like कोर्टान आमी फायल करतात आनी written statement फायल करचे before the competent authority in the same manner as a pleading under CPC. But same manner म्हणजे CPC civil procedure कोर्टान जेन्ना civil कोर्टान जे फायल करता तसो written statement आनी competent authority कडेन फायल करचो पडटलो. The competent authority shall conduct hearing. Same जे CPC जे आसा तशें हांगा कंडक्ट करतले, हियरिंग करतले. Record the evidence stage आसा ताका. It is not a summary inquiry. So hearing आसतले ताका नोट म्हणजे प्रिंसिपल नॅचरल जस्टिस इज फॉलो करचे पडटलेच, नोटीस दिवचे पडटली, हियरिंग करचे पडटले, record the evidence and therefore after hearing the arguments of the party shall arrive at a logical conclusion. पण लॉजिकल कन्क्लुजन करता तो ही प्रॉपर्टी हातून त्या एकट्या भितर येतली म्हणून. पण इट हांगा फायनल जावना. फुडें पळयात मेंटेनन्स ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी टेकन इन पोझिशन. आता ही समज प्रॉपर्टी आम्ही घेतली प्रायमा फेसिया पर दीस सगळे करून हाजो रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करतले. सच प्रॉपर्टी फॉर्म नंबर 4 व फॉर्म नंबर 6 आसा तो सुद्धा प्रिस्क्राइब्ड आसा. इट इज नॉट लायक खंयचो हँकी पँकी रजिस्टर हाडून ताजेर बरयत तशें ना. सगळे जे आसा ते प्रिस्क्राइब केल्ले आसा अंडर द and shall also include account book, title deeds and other valuable documents taken in possession. जे कितें पोझिशनान घेता ते तितले ते बुकाचेर रजिस्टर करतले. The competent authority's opinion that in order to have any assistance may appoint a person receiver administration. आता समज competent authority दिसलें की खंयचे तरी गजालीक एक रिसीवर अपॉइंट करपाक जाय. म्हणजे रिसीवर म्हणल्यार कितें आसता टेक्निकल पर्सन अपॉइंट करपाक जाय पडटा, आर्किटेक्ट जाय पडटा नाल्यार आनी कसलो जाय पडटा. तर ते जाल्यार competent authority power आसा ते रिसीवर अपॉइंट करपाक आनी इन्फॉर्मेशन घेवपाक. रिसीवर इन्फॉर्मेशन घेतलो that will be part of the evidence. Okay? And during the course of inquiry, the competent authority comes to the conclusion that any person was in unauthorized, but this is very important. That any person was in unauthorized and illegal occupation and enjoyment of any such property, the penalty shall be imposed on such person and recovery shall be made as arrears of land revenue. In case such property has been transferred by illegal means, then he shall take action as per the procedure. हातून कितें म्हणटा जर ती प्रॉपर्टी कोणाचीच नाशिल्ली आनी ती आमी हातून एम्बिटान ह्या एकट्यान एम्बिटान आसा पूण कोण तरी मनीस थंय रावला आनी ताची एडवांटेज घेता, ही वील फेस दिस इन्क्वायरी. आतां हातून कितें जालें, सपोजींग कंपिटंट ऑथॉरिटी डेप्युटी कलेक्टरान ऑर्डर पास केली, इट इज नॉट फायनलिटी. So ताका प्रोविजन अपील आसा. So appeal will lie to the appeal competent authority. From the competent authority order आयली, it will lie to the appellate authority. Then appellate authority कितें करतले? Appellate authority required to issue परत. Appellate authority required to notice it and hear the person. हांगा सुद्धा प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ नॅचरल जस्टिस इज फॉलोड. आणि हांगा अपीलेट ऑथॉरिटी कडेन दिसले की त्या टायमार डेप्युटी कलेक्टरच्या कंपेटंट ऑथॉरिटी टायमार की थोडे एविडन्स नाशिल्लो थंय आनी हांगा तो पार्टी एविडन्स हाडूंक सोदता जाल्यार अपीलेट ऑथॉरिटी इज ऑथोरायज्ड टू टेक एडिशनल एविडन्स, एडिशनल डॉक्युमेंट्स आनी तो परत आपलं डिसिजन दिवंक शकता की परत तो डायरेक्शन दिवंक शकता कंपेटंट ऑथॉरिटी परत ताका हियर कर आनी फ्रेश डिसिजन दी. सो डिसिजन पयलीं दिल्लें तें सॅटिस्फायड जातलें आनी परत ताका हियर करचो पडटलो आनी परत फ्रेश डिसिजन जातलें. नेक्स्ट आतां व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट तो म्हणटा पळय गव्हर्मेंट प्रॉपर्टी घेतलो, प्रॉपर्टी विकतलो, पूण हातूंत पळय कशी कंडिशन आसा. Sale of immoral property. If the government decided to sell the immoral property, then the same shall be done by the public auction as per the provision of the law. Provided, very important, that any immoral property which is escheated to the government, when government आयली shall not be ordinarily sold until it has been in possession for 10 years or more. 10 वर्सां ही प्रॉपर्टी गव्हर्मेंटाच्या लँड बँकेन उरतली. आणि 10 वर्सां भितर तो कोण समज हांगा गोंयांत आसा ताका खबर ना लिगल खबर ना भायर समज आसा तो जाल्यार ताणें 10 वर्सां भितर ताणें प्रॉपर्टी क्लेम करूंक शकता. इट इज नॉट दॅट प्रॉपर्टी हाडली गेलीच. सो 10 वर्सां ती उरतली मागीर फुडलें जातलें. ओके. देन फर्दर हांगा तुका इंटेंशन कळटा गव्हर्मेंटाचें की गव्हर्मेंट इज ट्रायंग टू प्रोटेक्ट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द लँड ओनर्स. इट इज नॉट दॅट गव्हर्मेंट इज ट्रायंग टू ग्रॅब द प्रॉपर्टी. ते रॉंग मिसकन्सेप्शन कोणें केलां की गव्हर्मेंट ग्रॅब करता. वेदर आमी ही प्रॉपर्टी ताजी सेव करून दवरता. तुमी पळयलां हें अशें नाशिल्लें म्हणून प्रॉपर्टी सगळ्यांच्यो ग्रॅब करून गेले विकून गेले सगळे. कोणाक खबर ना कोणाक विकल्या प्रॉपर्टी कोण ओनर खबर ना. आतां ते ओनर सगळे कोर्टांनी वता. नेक्स्ट प्रोसिजर फॉर सेटिंग असेट. आतां पळय हो सेल जालो. आतां दर्या आतां गव्हर्मेंटान सेल केलो पूण थंय आनी प्रोसिजर करून दवरलो. इन केस एनी पर्सन आफ्टर प्रिस्क्रायब पिरियड intend to set aside the sale procedure on the grounds that there were irregularities or fraud in the conduct of sale, he may make an application to competent authority for setting aside the sale. हांगा खबर जायना सेल केले समज ताका दिसलें ते फ्रॉड आशिल्लें मिसरिप्रेझेंटेशन आशिल्लें जाल्यार तो परत ताणें एप्लिकेशन करून जर कंपीटंट सेम ऑथॉरिटी करपाक जाता आनी ताजी ते सेल आसा ते सेट असायड करपाक. पण हातूंनी गव्हर्मेंटाचें इंटेंशन क्लियर जाता की गव्हर्मेंट इज ट्रायंग टू प्रोटेक्ट द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ गोवन सिटीजन हू आर अब्रॉड ऑर अदरवायज. नेक्स्ट नाव हातून कंपिटंट ऑथॉरिटी हें कळपाक जाय. कंपिटंट ऑथॉरिटी कोण मिनींग कंपिटंट डिफायन केल्लें आसा नोटिफाय केल्लें आसा. मीन्स डेप्युटी कलेक्टर इज अ कंपिटंट ऑथॉरिटी फर्स्ट ऑथॉरिटी. तो मागीर मामलेदारा कडेन घेतलो. मामलेदार तलाटी कडेन रिपोर्ट घेतलो. मामलेदार आनी तलाटी दोगांचे रिपोर्ट कंपिटंट ऑथॉरिटी कडेन येतले आणि मागीर हो सगळी हियरिंग करून प्रिन्सिपल नॅचरल जस्टीस फॉलो करून हे सगळें डिसिजन दितलो. देन दीस डिसिजन विल बी कम्युनिकेटेड टू द कलेक्टर. बट इन इंटरव्हिनिंग पिरियड द पर्सन हॅज गॉट दिस he can prefer appeal opportunity of appeal before the appeal authority is government or such other authority appointed by the government. आणि आमी हे आतां कळप वॉट इज एचेट काय ना ती काय मातशें ते वर्ड कळपाक मातसो मुश्कील जाता. सो मीन्स द ऑटोमॅटीक ट्रान्सफर टू द गव्हर्मेंट प्रॉपर्टी फॉर अ पर्सन हू डायज इंटरस्टेट विदाउट एनी लिगल रेस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पर्सनल लॉ. आतां हें ताणें वाचलें आसतलें ऑटोमॅटीक म्हणून. सो तो ते इंटरप्रेट कशें करता की ऑटोमॅटीक हें ट्रान्सफर जातलें. पण हें ऑटोमॅटीक करचे पयलीं एंटायर प्रोसिजर फॉलो करचो पडटा. Then what is escheat property? Means any movable properties such as land, building or other real or personal property or interest or legal equitable vested in having become a vested shall vest in government by escheat or lapse of sway. Property includes movable property. Bona, Vacantia includes any property situated in the state of Goa of which there is no rightful owner but does not include escheat or any immovable property found in the public place. Thank you.
You should have given us a copy.
Yeah, copy PPT will share to you.
Okay.
WhatsApp to WhatsApp.
Thank you.
Sir, can we ask question? You can start.
Yes, please.
Your government's intention has been to protect lands from outside. Whoever has done cheating or something forgeries on this land. What has happened to those earlier things where SIT was formed, where all those cases and all? What is the present situation of that? If you can tell us, because your sole intention is to save properties, correct? So when this issue had come up, when all this issue has been there, what is the present scenario? How many properties has the government able to take up from those who have cheated and taken this possession of these lands. Could you elaborate on that?
तो आता प्रोसिजर आसा न्ही तो प्रोसिजर ऑलरेडी आसा इट इज नॉट प्रॉपर बिकॉज इट इज अंडर इन्वेस्टिगेशन वन्स इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज डन देन दॅट प्रॉपर्टी विल बी गव्हर्नमेंटाची आसता का कोणाची आसता that because once the police investigation say we will not in position to highlight it.
So that is one thing. Second thing to me, land survey and will it be forced upon a certain common person? फाल्यां समज तुम्ही गेले आणि तुमच्या समज हांकां ते कोणे बाबा आमकां नाका म्हटले then what will be your say?
If someone is not consenting for survey and all, we can't do any survey possibly. It will happen with his consent only.
समज
Because
ताणें आपणाक नाका म्हटली
नाका म्हटल्यार ताची सर्वे जावची ना
जावची
पूण ताजो रिकॉर्ड तयार जावचो जो आमी अर्बन प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड जो म्हणटा तेका वेरियस फील्ड आहा ते ब्लँक उरतले ब्लँक रिकॉर्ड तयार जातलो
पूण इतलो तेंप आतां आहले ते तेंकोडे रिकॉर्ड्स आसात ते नाल्यान वॉयड आसतले जातले
आतां जशें हांवें तुका सांगलां दीस इज अ पायलट प्रोजेक्ट हो पायलट प्रोजेक्टार आमी लेटस्ट जे टॅक्नॉलॉजी जे सर्वे करपाच्यो आसात ती यूज करून आमी डेटा कलेक्ट करतलो आनी इट वील रिमेन एज ए डेटा इन आयसोलेशन हो डेटा रिप्लेस करचो ना इमिजिएटली जेन्ना सरकाराक दिसतलें ही सर्वे जी करता तातूंत कितें तरी पब्लिकाक बरें बेनिफीट येता जाल्यार जेन्ना आख्या इंडियेक आख्या गोंयान जेन्ना सर्वे जातली तेन्ना हो भाग येतलो रिप्लेसमेंटाचो.
Why I'm asking is that recently if you have seen the Kasauli incident about the truck and all, where some people have even said that they had encroached in their property when they had the property papers. So how they, at that point, why you all have not helped them? त्यांना कित्याक हेल्प जावंक ना तांकां बिकॉज तुमी म्हणटा कितें यू ऑल आर ट्रायंग टू प्रोटेक्ट एवरीबडीज लँड हय म्हणटा मत तुमी सो तेन्ना जेन्ना लोक थिंगा सांगता बाबा आपणाच्या प्रॉपर्टीन तो दुसरे येयले आनी एनक्रोच केले आपणाचे प्रॉपर्टी पेपर आसतना सो तेन्ना तुमी तांकां कित्याक हेल्प करूंक ना
प्रॉपर्टी जो आसा पळय जे कोण इंडिविज्युअल ओनर आसा प्रॉपर्टी रायट जो कोण एक्सरसायज करता त्या प्रॉपर्टी ताजो रायट उरता
करेक्ट
डिफेंड करपाची
करेक्ट
आमी जी सर्वे जी करता पळय सर्वे करून जो ग्रावंड फील्ड जो कितें डेटा आहा तो कलेक्ट करपाचो प्रयत्न करता थंय तर डेटा कलेक्ट करता कोणाकूय दिसलें की कोणाचो एनक्रोचमेंट जाल्लो ट्रेसपास जालो दीस डेटा वील हेल्प हिम टू फायट फॉर हिज रायट
पूण तेन्नाय
तो
जेन्ना
रायट जो आहा तो प्रोटेक्ट करपाचो डिपार्टमेंटाचे
जेन्ना इन्सिडेंट जालो दे हॅव टू कम टू द गव्हर्मेंट ऑथॉरिटीज तुमच्याच फुड्यान येवचें पडलें तांकां सो जेन्ना तेन्ना येयला तेन्ना तुमी तांकां कित्याक हेल्प करूं ना तर बिकॉज इफ यू सी दॅट दीस इश्यू द कांसावलीचो आनी हेजो जे रेल्वेच्या सायडीच्यान दे हॅड ब्रॉट इट टू द नोटीस ऑफ द गव्हर्मेंट ओनली
बट देर इज अ प्रोसेस टू एजिटेट दॅट इश्यू ग्रीवन्स दुसरें हाडलो म्हणजे जाय एक कन्सर्न ऑथॉरिटी आसा ताजे कडेन एक तर सिव्हील कोड आसा ताका दिसता आपली प्रॉपर्टी कोण ग्रॅब करता एनक्रोच करता डिमार्केशन प्रोसिडिंगाक वचपाक शकता तो सर्वे ऑथॉरिटी वील नॉट गो सुमोटो विथ हिम आनी तो एक्सरसाइज करपाक जाय आपलो रायट
सो तेणी एक्सरसाइज करूंक ना म्हणटा त्या लोकांनी तुमी तेणी तुमच्या
आय डोंट हॅव द बॅकग्राउंड ऑफ वॉट यू आर पुटिंग टू मी
No, you are aware about it. No, what has gone there.
तुका सांगता जसो कोणाकूय दिसता की आपलो रायट व्हायलेट जाता जाल्यार दे हॅव टू गो बिफोर द कन्सर्न ऑथॉरिटी टू प्रोटेक्ट दॅट रायट ज्युडिशियल प्रोसेस आसता ताका
सो थिंगा कोण येवंक ना म्हणटा ज्युडिशियल
आयडिया
प्रोसेस
ना तूं हिस्ट्रीची सांगता केसीची
हिस्ट्री नो आर यू नॉट अवेअर आर यू अवेअर अबाउट इट
इन्सिडंट येता पूण तूं सांगता बेसिक तो ऑथॉरिटी गेला खंयचो प्रोसेस
So because those things have been reported in papers everywhere also. I'm not talking about the air Budala.
Basic thing is that now this that is a separate issue. Basically now the intention behind today's press conference was to basically highlight that in the Naksha and this act. So now I would just request you please if you can focus on these two aspects because these are also very important. Now they obviously land is a very very important subject and there are multiple things they are related to that. But my request would be just to limit our scope to these 2 points so that these can be also rightly
No, why I'm saying what you say is correct. Why I'm saying even somebody has brought circulated, he must have had certain points just because he must have had fear and all.
No,
so that is the clarity I'm trying to ask.
That is a separate thing. Basically, even I am not aware about the issue, and therefore it would not be proper at this stage to comment on anything. So therefore, it would not be proper right now to comment on that particular case. What is the individual merits of the case? What has happened? What has not happened?
So, government has recently conducted, or maybe in completing now, GSI based urban lands bodies, GIS based survey.
Naksha projects.
No. This was by a private agency. You have already started in urban area. GIS based
Mapping.
survey.
that is
of
being
urban
done
local
by
body. I think it was for
DMA
physical
through-
property.
Property tax survey
Physical
म्हणतात
properties
ती.
for tax. How different is this from Naksha?
ती प्रॉपर्टी टॅक्स सर्वे जी केल्ली पळय जी सोडा जी प्रॉपर्टीज ज्यो आसा स्ट्रक्चर ज्यो आसा तितल्या स्ट्रक्चरा लिमिटेडूच केल्ल्यो ना वॉट सर्वे वी आर प्लॅनिंग अंडर नक्षा प्रोजेक्ट इज अ री सर्वे एंटायर एरिया इन्क्लुडिंग लँड स्ट्रक्चर्स रोड वगैरह वगैरह. So that survey which Jisuda has done, it was only limited to properties,
Physical property.
physical property like houses, buildings and all.
So,
And you said
Minimum
you
10
will be
वर्षात-
issuing, you will be issuing land card for the owner.
Yeah, yeah.
And if suppose there is a dispute,
That is what, this will be a data, raw data. It will be a draft,
so the card will
which
not
will be published, and public will be given a chance to raise claims and objection. And after consulting the concerned owner or occupier, this card will be finalized. Even after finalizing card, if party feels he is aggrieved by the decision, he still have a remedy of appeal before the appellate forum.
मिनिमम
And that
10
is
वर्ष
provided under the rules.
10 वर्ष जाल्यार मिनिमम जे सरकार ताब्यात घेता पळय प्रॉपर्टी मेंटेनन्स कोण करता तेजी? सरकार मेंटेनन्स पळयतले ते
तातूंत रुल्सान आसा बिकॉज ते कितें आसलें इट इज द रिपॉजिटरी म्हणल्यार सरकारची बँक आसा तातूंत लँड बँकेक उरतलें आनी मागीर ताजो सगळो मेंटेनन्स सरकारच करतलो एज पर द रुल्स.
sir, through this, I just want, since I've gone through this act, which you have been सांगला पळय त्या प्रमाणे, there's no law where फाल्यां तुमचो कोणी येयलो तेच गव्हर्मेंट आपणाची प्रॉपर्टी म्हणून सांगलें जाल्यार मागीर तेजेर कितें? बिकॉज सी वाय आय एम सेयींग दॅट जेन्ना ह्यो केसीस फाटल्यो जाल्या पळय त्यो गव्हर्मेंटाचेच कोणें इन्फॉर्मेशन दिलां वा कितें जालां म्हणून तसल्यो भानगडी जाल्यो फाटल्या. इफ यू रिमेंबर जे एसआयटीन केसी केल्या हितून बी. सो इज दॅर एनी लॉ फाल्यां बाबा whenever say suppose एक example talati जालो मामलादार जालो he should not be connected with this where he तेजो family member वो तेजो कोण येयलो आनी म्हणूंक नाका की I am the in possession of that because finally ताका information आसतलें तें. So where is that law in this that they cannot be they are nowhere to be connected or they cannot buy this property.
एक कायद्याचे प्रिन्सिपल आसता न्ही प्रिन्सिपलांत कितें म्हणटा यू शूड नॉट बी जज इन एनी वन केस. त्या कायद्या प्रमाणे सपोज म्हाका समज हांव समज क्लेम करूंक सोदता आय शूड नॉट बी एनी पार्ट ऑफ दॅट प्रोसेस.
So you tell us so what it is.
PPT वाचले जाल्यार पयलें ताका रोबस्ट प्रोसेस आसा. इट इज नॉट दॅट हांव सांगलें ही म्हजी प्रॉपर्टी म्हणून म्हाका मेळचें तशें कांयच न्ही तें. ताका सगळी इन्क्वायरी आसतली आनी इन्क्वायरी कॉम्पिटंट ऑथॉरिटी टू डेप्युटी कलेक्टर. त्या डेप्युटी कलेक्टरान ऑर्डर दिली इट इज नॉट फायनलिटी. If you are agreed, the person is agreed and he has got the opportunity to prefer appeal, appealance set aside करता परत रिमांड करूंक शकता. तें सांग ते भायर समज जाली ती 10 वर्सां उरतली प्रॉपर्टी मागीर ताजेर विचार.
no, you said you can revert the sale after suppose 10 years. After 10 years, if somebody comes.
तेच पळय तातूंत भितर हें आसा सपोज सेल जाली आनी ताका दिसलें की खंयच्या तो मनीस 10 वर्सांनी 11 वर्सांनी समज आयलो की सेल ती सारकी जाना तातूंत भितर थोडेशें सो अगेन ही कॅन मेक अ दिस.
And even the sale.
But it will land into litigation. No?
Litigation,
It
correct.
will,
This is a hypothetical question. If a hypothetical question asks,
no, if somebody buys the property and constructs a house and if somebody
this is a hypothetical question.
I know, but it is bound for litigation, no?
Litigation कशी येऊ शकता.
मामलादारान केसीस 10 वर्सांची वर्सां उरता सर हायपोथेटिकल म्हणटा जाल्यार ती केसी 3 वर्सां कित्याक उरता.
बाकीचे सम ऑफ द स्टेट्स तांकां 3 वर्सां 4 वर्सां पूण गोवा गव्हर्नमेंट 10 वर्सां दवरलें.
Why he has asked is also correct because the government had spoken about fast track cases. If you remember, even the revenue minister. But where these fast track cases have gone? Cases are still, so many cases are still pending, no sir?
So basically, this.
Hypothetical म्हणल्यार जाल्यार फाल्यां तो देखून पॉयंट विचारता दॅट इज करेक्ट. लिटिगेशनान गेली जाल्यार मागीर 10 वर्सां उरता तुमची 10 वर्सां ती मागीर 10 वर्सांनी केसीस आयज यो फाल्यां देन वॉट हॅपन्स. I can bring a certain number of incidents where recently they got one old lady has been fighting for property right in Panjim Mamla Deputy Collector Office for so many years. Eyes falla hearing. So what happens to those people? And so please म्हणत को young असना नुसा ती जगडा ती. Some are older people. What happens to them?
So basically, now land is a very contentious issue. In fact, if you look in the judiciary also, around 60 to 70% of the total cases going on in all over the country basically relate to land only. 70% I am saying. Total, suppose there are 100 cases, 70 cases are regarding land. Not just before the civilian authorities, even in the courts. And that is why protecting the land is very, very important. Obviously, you are correct that it takes a time before every authority because it is a contentious issue. And therefore, to protect that limited land, whatever is available, this statute is necessary. That is basically the idea behind this act. And even that point that was mentioned that suppose now I am reporting and I have a conflict. Now that sale is also through a transparent process, basically through a public auction, like a tender. Similarly, a public auction, anyone can participate, not just that person who is reporting or who has a conflict in that piece of land. It is a public auction through a notification. And if that process is not followed, then obviously that sale can be set aside.
Why the fear is there, sir? Just because if you remember earlier, even from the archives and all, who had given the information to those people where their land was open, who were involved? You also know everything, sir. It had come from the office only, no? That was the incident. That's why there was a fear, no, sir. Whatever you all are doing is a good thing. I'm not saying I don't doubt on that. But where somewhere, see, tomorrow that information might be provided by Mamladar and Talati to you all. How safe that information will be? So that information where this property is open or this do not pass to others. So मला तो क्या हाथ था?
PPT सारखे पहिले असत नाही. आता सपोजिंग सर्वे नंबर 50/1 असले प्रॉपर्टी असत. ते इन्स्ट्रक्शन को सगळ्यांक वता. DSLR, कलेक्टर, सब रजिस्टर ती प्रॉपर्टी आणि फर्दर म्युटेट जावची ना, कन्वर्ट जावची ना, ट्रान्सफर जावची ना. सो ब्लॉक उरता.
आणि तुका क्लॅरिफाय करूचो जी रिसर्वे जी आमी करता पळय ती रिसर्वे जस्ट आमी मार्किंग करतल्यान येवचें ना. जे कोण ओनर रायट क्लेम करतले ताचे टायटल डॉक्युमेंट जे आहा ते डिटेल्स कलेक्ट करतले आमी. सपोज ताजें घर आसा त्या घराचो हावज नंबर, घर कोणाच्या नांवान हे डिटेल रिकॉर्ड करतले प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड रजिस्टर बरोबर. आनी फाल्यां कोणाकूय आनी हे पब्लीक डॉमिनान उरतलें. फाल्यां कोणाकूय तर जाय तें इन्फॉर्मेशन पावलें जाल्यार ऑन पेज सिस्टमाचेर उरतलें ऑनलायन. आतां कशें जाता, आतां हांव लँड एक्विशन ऑफिसर आसलो. सादारण 4.5 वर्सां हांवें एक्विशनाचो प्रोसेस करता हायवे काणकोण हितून पेडण्या भागांत जर वचात न्ही प्रॉपर्टी अजून तेंच्या आज्याच्या पणज्याच्या नांवार आसा आनी ह्यो प्रॉपर्टी अपडेट जावंक ना. आनी जे आमचे कडेन क्लेमंट जे येता ते तेंचे ग्रँडसन ग्रेट ग्रँडसन क्लेम तेंचे सेटल करूंक मेळना कारण तांचो टायटल सेटल ना. आनी ह्या प्रोसेसान तांकां एक संदी मेळटली, चान्स मेळटलो की रिकॉर्ड अपडेट करपाक. आनी टायटल जो आसा पळय जशें आतां म्हणटात कोण ओनर एबसेंट ना तेंचे रिकॉर्ड अपडेट जायना तो बेनिफीट घेवन जे लँड ग्रॅबिंग जाल्ल्या ही रिसर्वे जी आहा ती फोकस करता त्याच पॉयंटार. फाल्यां आमी फिल्डार गेले आनी कोणी आमकां एक्च्युअल ओनरशीप दाखयली जाल्यार ती ओनरची रिकॉर्ड जातली सर्वे प्लॅनार, अर्बन प्रॉपर्टी कार्डार आनी पब्लीक डॉमिनान उरतली. म्हणजे फाल्यां एक लँड ग्रॅबिंगाक स्कोप कमी उरतलो. आनी तूं म्हणटा तशें प्रत्येक ओनराचो रायट उरता आपली प्रॉपर्टी प्रोटेक्ट करपाक. सरकार एक तांकां बेनिफीट करता, हो कायदो काडून बेनिफीट केल्ले आहा तांकां की तेंचे ते जर ना जाल्यार तेजी प्रॉपर्टीची जबाबदारी सरकारान घेतलेली आसा.
Okay.
So this may continue where there are family dispute like legal battles. तुम्ही म्हणले न्ही आज्याच्या पणज्याच्या नावार आसता म्हणून ताका उपाय कितें मग? Where there are dispute family, this has happened even during compensation.
डिस्प्यूट आसा, डिस्प्यूट ना अशें न्ही.
मागीर ताका कितें? Yeah. What will you do?
पळय डिस्प्यूट सेटल करपाचो काम आमचो न्ही रिसर्वे, तो कोर्टाचो काम. आमचो मॅक्झिमम प्रयत्न आसतलो. म्युच्युअली पार्टी येता आमच्या सर्वे डिपार्टमेंटाच्या ऑफिसरा समोर आनी ते म्युच्युअली अग्री जाता. सपोज म्हणजे बापायन जर एक प्लॉट घेतला हजराचो आनी ते म्युच्युअली अग्री जातात ते 1/3 शेअर करपाक जाल्यार दॅट रायट कॅन बी रिकॉर्डेड ड्युरींग रिसर्वे प्रोसेस विदाउट रिसॉर्टिंग टू एनी कोर्ट प्रोसेस वगैरे. तितलो एक बेनिफीट करू शकता. कोणाचे डिस्प्यूट जे आहा ते आमी
नो आउट ऑफ कोर्ट सेटलमेंट देन व्हॉट विल यू डू?
कोर्टाक जे रायट दिले ते कोर्ट
टॉकिंग आउट ऑफ कोर्ट सेटलमेंट.
कोर्टाचे पावर जे आहा ते सर्वे ऑफिसर कसे एक्सरसाइज करतात.
That you will not.
That will not come within
Why
their
the
power.
separation is coming? I tell you because under you one inquiry committee was appointed in September for fraudulent insertion of new structure in Bunaksha plan, which are also figured in assembly. And we had given, I think, 2 months to submit the report. Has it been submitted?
So, now that I had sought 1 month extension because now the SI was going on. Recently, we had the Home Minister's visit also. So I had sought 1 month extension, and I still have time left for that. I will submit my report within the timeline, and but I would not want to comment anything on that because that is still in process.
अनेक विषयांलो मुनकलर प्रॉपर्टीज कशी असतात आता खुबशे अशी मुनकलर प्रॉपर्टीज अबंडन आसा आणि तेजेर मागीर रायट कोणाचो आसतलो गव्हर्नमेंट का भाटकाराचो मागीर हे कशें तुमी हें करतले
फॉर दॅट पर्पज वॉट इज मुर्का आमकां लेजिस्लेशन बिल करचें पडटा कोण मुर्कार आसा पळय त्या डेफिनेशनान डिफायन केल्लें आसा त्या डेफिनेशना प्रमाणेच तो जातलो
दुसरी खबर आनी एक म्हणल्यार नाव तुमी सर्वे काय करता से एक एग्जांपल कम्युनिटी प्रॉपर्टी तेजे खूब सो हेंचे टू प्रॉपर्टी रायट्स काय धरतलो आतां पळय आर्टिकल इशू जाला नो दॅट गव्हर्मेंट हॅज कम विथ द स्कीम मागीर स्कीम एंड एवरीथिंग जस्ट टू गिव दॅम थोड्या डॉक्युमेंट थोड्यांनी पंचायतीचे फकत एनओसीचे तांकां घर बांदून दिला हाव दॅट कॅन बी रिझॉल्व
कोमुंदाची लँड जेन्ना म्हटलें तेन्ना कोड ऑफ कोमुंदा जो कायदो आहा पळय तो एप्लाय जाता आनी कोड ऑफ कोमुंदा हो कायद्यान कोमुंदाची प्रॉपर्टी प्रायवेट पार्टी कशी दिवची हें डिटेल दाखयल्लें आसा फाल्यां तर जो कोणी क्लेम करता कोमुंदाच्या लँडाचेर की ताका ते प्रॉपर्टीन रायट आसा पळय जाल्यार ही हॅज टू प्रूव दॅट दीस लँड इज ट्रान्सफर टू यू बाय फॉलोइंग प्रोसेस अंडर कोड ऑफ कोमुंदा आनी जे कोण प्रूव करूंक शकले ना जाल्यार दोज कॅटेगरी वील फॉल इन दी एनक्रोचमेंट
मागीर कितें
मागीर कशें आहा पळय
ते इलिगल जाल्यार अशें जालें
कोमुंदानी फूल रायट दिल्लो कोड ऑफ कोमुंदा तुमी वाचीत न्ही
ना
थंय बॉडी आहा कोमुंदात बॉडी जी आसा पळय तातूंत एटॉर्नीक पावर दिल्या कोणी तेजे प्रॉपर्टीन जर एनक्रोच करता जाल्यार हेज टू एक्ट आमी जी प्रोसेस करता तो रिसर्वे प्रोसेस करता वी वील ट्राय टू गेट द फॅक्च्युअल डेटा फ्रॉम द फील्ड थंय कोणाक कसलो रायट आहा कसलो रायट ना हो डिसायड करचें ना आसा ते प्रूव करता ते आमी रिकॉर्ड
सो
करता
कोम्युनिटी
कोमुंदात फाल्यां म्हणून म्हटलें फाल्यां कोणी म्हटलें ते कोमुंदानी आपल्याक रायट
पूण ताका कार्ड कशें दिवंक मेळटा काय म्हणटा मागीर तुमचें ते कार्ड म्हणटा पळय ते
कार्ड दिवपा अशें न्ही कार्डान तो जो रायट कितें आसा तो रिकॉर्ड जाता
ओके
आनी फाल्यां तांणी जस्टिफाय केलो विथ डॉक्युमेंट जाल्यार तो रायट कन्फर्म जाता फाल्यां तांणी म्हटलें आपल्या अमको एक्सवायझेड टेनन्सीज रायट आसा जो म्हटलो जाल्यार दॅट रायट वील बी सब्जेक्ट टू प्रूव विथ डॉक्युमेंट्स
बिकॉज
फाल्यां तो कोमुंदानी ऑब्जेक्शन रेज काडलें दॅट प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड वील रिमेन एज ए डिस्प्युटेड केस
सो मागीर सर्वे कितें जातलें मागीर तिका तुमी सर्वे करता पळय ती
सर्वे करतलीच करून पूण कार्ड फायनल जावचें ना
ती घरान दाखयतले काय म्हणटा
हय हय हय
तितली
जे कितें फिल्डार आसा
तेंच आहा बाबा
फिल्डार जे कितें आसा वेदर इट इज ऑथरायज वा अनऑथरायज इट वील गेट रिकॉर्डेड ऑन द डेटा
This act was brought as per the recommendation of that one-man commission, B.K. Jadhav. No?
That is what
That has that report been made public?
When it's illegal, how can they show?
Jadhav Commission report.
justice
Is it been made public?
थोडे पंचायतींनी थोडी घरां बांदल्या न्हू दॅट इज जस्ट फ्रॉम दॅट एनओसी बेस विथआउट एनी डॉक्युमेंट्स तेजेर देखून मागीर सेम म्हणटा तूं सांगता पळय
सेम एप्लाय जाता जे कोण जस्टिफाय करूं शकचे ना आपलो रायट तो रायट रिकॉर्ड जावचो ना
पूण मागीर तूं प्लॅनाचेर येता म्हणटा जाल्यार विल इट बी लिगल ऑर इलिगल
टायटल इज डिफरंट सर्वे इज
पूण सर्वेचेर तूं दाखयता न्हू सर कितें आहा
दाखयतले पूण तूं म्हणटा तसो
ना आय एम जस्ट आस्किंग
डॉक्युमेंट दाखयना जाल्यार इट वील रिमेन एज एनक्रोचमेंट
तूं दाखयतालो
एनक्रोचमेंट म्हणजे रिकॉर्ड जातलो त्या हितून प्रॉपर्टी कार्डान मेन्शन केल्लें आहा कसलो रायट आहा आनी तो आसा काय ना रायट ना जाल्यार एनक्रोचमेंट म्हणजे रिकॉर्ड जाता
Title land records will not change.
ताका टायटल कसो मेळटलो टायटल
That will not change, we will
सर्वे ऑथॉरिटी विल कन्वर्ट टायटल ऑन सामान
What you have done in
Title has to come from the
1971.
party.
What you have done in 1971, those names.
कोणी प्रूव केला तेजे नांवां लागले
हय, that
नांवां
will-
दाखोवना आनी कोणी नांवां दाखोवन डिस्प्यूट रेज केले सो जाल्यार ते डिस्प्यूट कंटिन्यू जाला जे फायनल जे आउटकम जे मेरिटाचे जाता त्या प्रमाणे रिकॉर्ड जे आसा फायनलायज जाल्ले सेम प्रोसेस हांगा उरतलो
टायटल इज सेपरेट सिविल
मागीर तुका चान्स मेळटा
सिविल
That is separate. Okay.
थँक्यू
थँक्यू
थँक्यू